Welcome everybody. Glad you guys could make it out. I think we're going to have a fairly entertaining day today. We got some folks from Cowboy Action Shooting. They're going to go out and give us some pretty good demonstrations here. And we'll let Jim Shaffrath introduce these guys here in just a few minutes. Just a quick note on, you might notice on the board back here underneath the stat house, we've got some ideas, some plans for us to introduce action shooting at the Austin Rifle Club. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail on that right now. It'll be coming out. But the idea is to build 4 new action shooting bays back up here toward the into the hillside over here underneath the education building. You can see a concept that we have on the board here if you guys want to take a look at that.
Well, in a few minutes, one of the most active, one of the most hard-working, and thank God we've got them, membership directors as part of our board will be down here. He's walking this way, and he's going to introduce the life members. But I'll say one thing about Ken Kornblum. Ken has really made a difference. He's made a great difference to our club. Ken is a database expert. He's a computer fella. He has spent more time and hours in working on our website, making it much more friendly, make it get more usable for you, our members. And all in all, taking our club and bringing it in to present day, the present day users of the web. It's helped our membership expand. It's done so many things. Ken is also in charge of the data as to who's coming and who's going. He's in charge of the data gate. Now this gate, every time you swap it, it shows who comes, when they go, what their membership number is. And so we can actually know the use of the range and how many people are using it and what days it's free when we want to have other events for the calendar. So he's done a fabulous job on that. And we really owe Ken a round of applause. Ken has a problem with his back, so he has to move a little slower than some of us do. And I'm looking for him in a minute. Is he on the way? Where is he?
The applause should be going to our life members. One of the main purposes of having this picnic each year is to honor our life members. For 25 years, they don't even have to be contiguous years. If you moved away and came back, you get credit. But we feel that somebody that's hung around that long deserves to be honored, and thereafter they no longer have to pay dues. They've done their deal. And there are, how many? 13 people who have met that criteria as of this year, and I have the honor of announcing their names.
I'm known as the Whiskey Runner, and I'll get into how I got that name in a second. But we are an organization that is affiliated with the national organization known as the Single Action Shooter Society. And basically that society started about 25 years ago or so with a group of guys kind of like what I see in front of me. They got together at the local range and they started shooting and they started having fun together. They started bringing out their old Western guns. They brought out their gun leather. They started having more fun. They decided at some point to get in costume, as my wife refers to it, or in period clothing, or period correct clothing as it's really known. And they began having shooting competitions just like the Old West.
In 1991, a gentleman by the name of Jim Rogers and a buddy of his decided that they thought it might be fun to shoot off of horseback. And through many years of refining this thing, of course, they started with live rounds, just like what y'all shoot, but that was like dangerous. I mean, nobody could be around, especially when you're riding a horse and bullets are flying everywhere. So over the years, they kept coming up with different ideas, and they came up with the original blank they moved to had like a wax in on it, and it was filled with black powder and had like some ground up walnut stuff in there, and that's what they started with. And but over the years, that ammo has refined itself to the point that we shoot a 45 caliber. It's a brass with a crimped end, and it is just totally, only thing in it is black powder. Now, a lot of people think black powder, you know, it's probably just like the cowboys use in the movies and it's not dangerous. But just like Jim said and just like y'all talk about it, safety, safety, safety.
I missed! Procedural! I will come around and get us the ball.
Targets in the front, those are our pistol targets, and we have 4. How many John Wayne fans? All right, good deal. So you might recognize this. Get that miss? Yep. Okay. Actual time.
Y'all go down either side of either line.
Cut me some of that there, Mr. Dager.